Do you remember when we first met? Well, I don't, but I remember how wet you get. But I won't disrespect you by dwelling on the physical aspect. Don't roll your eyes, cause we better than that shit. I'm talking about long life, being your boy's wife. A couple youngins running in the backyard. And my lord, you're still looking great, honey. And my God, you still can shake what make money. It's so vivid, can you picture it? Yeah, well tell me, do you think this ring fits? Word, your love is like the ultimate herb. You got me foot to the ass and the rest of the curb. It's like nothing to do, only for you I kneel and forget the brick. Love is the house we're building, the picket fence with the swing on the tree, with the words carved in it saying love is we.
There you are, close enough to touch but still too far, because you're not mine yet. Stimulated by the conversation, mere presence. Other women ask what relation, none of the essence. Oh, who's that? She's a C, but you come first, like the A before the B. When you're gone, I wilt like a willow. Lie there and smell the scent you left on my pillow. A strong mind with the body to match. I won't bite if you promise not to scratch. You keep it real, just like the truth. Closer than twins, standing in the phone booth. Inspirational, treasured like a gift. What's success without someone to share it with? I used to be a dog, now a cool cat chasing cheese. And I blame Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise.
People everywhere wants to know her name. Her body is the essence and her claim to fame. She's got game, it ain't the same. She's got plenty, packing more good times that you might call a penny. Getting caught up with the thoughts of flying overseas, making all of the cheese, spending time with Eloise. I picture hitting from the back like the snare from the track. I got the knack to be the Mac lips I wanna smack. Candle wax down the spine all of the time. Prophylactic on my tool, let me take you to school. Lesson 1, you don't have to run. And lesson 2, listen to my crew. Passion increases with exchange of saliva. Keep it Fahrenheit and call me Muff Diver. That be me, the K to the I-N-G. My mode is excellent and my dream is Eloise.
A soft whisper. She asked me, do I have the guts to kiss her? But as I sit and wonder, is she real? I picture. So what comes after? Put on Anita's rapture. Her feelings I must capture. Her soft lips. I take them quick and put them in my pocket. Cause they're out of this world like Space Lee and his sprockets. Somebody pitch me quick, I think I'm dreaming. Damn, she got me fiending. Her skin is so soft. It reminds me of the smoothest piece of silk. She's so sweet, her breath smells like carnation milk.
So sweet. Carnation milk. Of all things, I'm your lady. Sweet baby. Hey, what up, boo? Words out, I'm the diva that you speak about. I hear you smitten about my well-written repertoire. You's a superstar, but it's you that I shine for. We go together like jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers. Player haters try to come between us, but never that. E is simply all of that. Rewind that. E is simply all of that. Hoes be jealous, so they fellas wanna frolic. Gems I spit can't be bought, sold, or boarded. You look retarded, trying to go against the gift. Love is shared, the love is multiplied. Put your freaks aside, forget about your weak pride. Run away with me and let's do it on the wild side. Like that.
Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise, you're on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise, I wanna know, am I the bro, to get to know ya? Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise, I wanna know, am I the bro, to get to know ya? Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Simply E with the MSB, the magical soul.
Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Hey. Eloise on my mind. Let's go. Eloise on my mind, Eloise on my mind, Eloise, Eloise, Eloise on my mind, Eloise on my mind. Hey, Eloise on my mind, Eloise on my mind, Eloise, Eloise. Man, yo, that's 95 right there, y'all. That's 95 in the building. You had to be on PV campus back then to even know that track. Shout out to Magical Soul Brothers. I switched it up on the intro this week, y'all, because that's what we do at PV. I want all things to be PV. But first, before we get started, Eloise on my mind, Eloise on my mind, Eloise, Eloise. Hey, yo, we in the building, yo. It's hype. Are y'all hype? Y'all feel the intensity? Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Productive People Wednesdays here on PV versus everybody, yo. I'm your host, Sed Brass, and I just welcome y'all. I welcome y'all. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. I'm hype, y'all. Can y'all tell? I'm like super hype. We in the building, getting my setup together. You know, the first week we had the sound tight, and then the video was off. The second week, the video was off, but the sound was tight. So this week, I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it together, y'all. We going to handle our business, and we going to do it productively, right? But first off, hold on. My video, keep focusing. Hold on. See how I went to talking? Hold on. We're going to do this like this. That's how we going to lock it. We're going to lock that in. Boom. We're going to take that autofocus off. So what's up, everybody? Talk to me. PV in the building, yo. We're gonna let them traffic in. We're gonna let them flow in. We already know what business everybody wants to get off first, but hold on. We're gonna walk it in slow. We're gonna walk it in good. We're gonna have a good time. As I always like to say, I'm not here for a long time, but I am here for a good time. So let's do a little housekeeping first. Let's do a little housekeeping. What do we got? What we got on the housekeeping front? Let's see what we got. All right.
You don't see the link.
Man, I don't know what's going on with the video. Oh.
Or the discipline, but Prairie does.
Yo, we got Founders Day, y'all. Shout out to Founders Day. You know, the dedication and service that we recognize. Join us for the Founders Day's honors and recognition convocation on March 18th, 10 a.m., y'all. Y'all check it out. It's the legacy anchors us, justice drives us, and leadership empowers us. Of course, we got to get all the PV like notes out. And shout out to all the different departments, people sending me stuff. I think that's important. Say the date. April 6th, say the date. It's annual giving time. Hey, we always like to have fun. We like to talk about how much we're a loyal fan base. Hey, it's time to put our wallets up. We're gonna always put our Twitter fingers up. We're gonna put our mouths up, but sometimes we gotta put our wallets up. So Panther Nation, mark your calendars. On April 6th, we're coming together with PVMU, Day of Giving. It's a day of giving, y'all. Just like we do in church, we got to give back to the church of PV. A day where we turn our Panther pride into a real impact. This is more than just a moment. It's a movement. It's scholarships. It's student support. It's legacy. Let's go, y'all. Give. We got to give. We got to get your money together. April 6th is the annual day of giving. Save the date. All right, y'all. We got the housekeeping out the way. Y'all know what time it is. What time is it? Y'all know what time it is. Hold on. Let me find it. We gonna turn up.
Waffles, no syrup, jelly, no jelly, nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar. Oatmeal, no sugar, nothing. I ate cereal with the canned fruit, the powder fruit.
Yo, we came out from the dirt, y'all. We coming out from the dirt with no syrup, with no milk, You know what I'm saying? Building. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna get it together. We in the building, y'all. We got the syrup with no milk. We were down and out. Bring that back. Bring that.
Ate cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk, waffles, no syrup, jelly, no jelly, nothing, oatmeal, no sugar, no syrup, with the canned milk, with the powder milk, with the canned milk, with the powder milk, waffles, no syrup, jelly.
That's where we at. We coming from the dirt. And it's just the semifinals. But we just having a good time, yo. Like, you know, we're playing with house money now. PV back. Ooh, something was creeping. Something was in the works. Something was in the works. But, you know, we going to do our thing. Because that's what PV do. Man, we are in the era of PV in all things, y'all. I don't even think the fan base know it. I know that PV12 knows it. I know that, you know, Section 107 knows it. I know Panther Nation knows it. I know that the loyal and hardcore fan base knows it. But I think to the novice, casual fan base, we don't really keep up with what's going on. You know, all we ask is the same proverbial question every year. Y'all could probably put it in the comments, right? When is homecoming? That's normal to cavalier, casual fan. But we gonna wake up the fan base. We're going to wake it up with all the different podcasts. We're going to wake it up with the different shows. We're going to wake it up on social media. We're going to wake it up on text messages. We're going to wake it up in personal text messages. I got buddies that I'm in text threads with. I know I'm annoying. I'm sending them images, texts, updates. Let's go, man. We got to rile the fan base up. You know, I think we've been such a casual fan base for so long on so many fronts that, you know, we got to make it like our personal. It's like church, right? We were just talking about the annual day of giving, but also in church, you got to bring a friend. Bring a friend day. Matter of fact, where PV marketing, we should have a bring a friend day where it's 2 for 1 at the football game, and it's bring a Panther. They got to be an alumni or somebody. Bring a Panther day, right? When is homecoming? That's the normal question everybody asks. So, you know, I'm excited for athletics is going. I know we often hyper focus around football, and I get it because that's where the momentum is. But we got full momentum across the entire athletic department. I just want to say we can do a show just on sports. But again, this show is not about being a prognosticator. This show is not about running down the X's and O's. This isn't even a coach's show. This show is a fan base show. A fan base show where we can talk our proverbial ish. We can have fun doing it. We can relax. We're unimpeded. This is home court, y'all. We've been playing away games in the social media fan space for so long. We got to tribe up and go to everybody else's platform and troll they comments and text messages and proverbially fight for the mic for us to get like 2 minutes, you know, on somebody else's platform just for them to disrespect us. Right in our face. But we going to create our own platforms where we can have our own fun and our own good time, because nobody really do it like PV. If you want to just keep it honest, the way we kick it, the way we socialize, and the way we have our community, I don't know if there's many, you know, universities out there that like us, that's like us, that can kind of rival the amount of unity and love that we have. And I think that's why people are often kind of perplexed by our homecoming vibe and our homecoming spirit, because it's just a moment for us to embody the greatness that we discovered when we was at PV. But I'm not gonna get on a rant because we got a long show, y'all. We got a long show. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to discuss. But we're gonna start off light and we're gonna get into the heavy stuff later. But you know, speaking of heavy stuff, there's been a current poll going around about the status of like HBCUs. Well, not necessarily HBCUs, but where does colleges rank? We always talk about the best, but we don't necessarily talk about the worst. I got a little image I just wanted to discuss. Let's talk about it. And you know, that's how we get better. If we keep lying to ourselves, we never get better. But at some point we gotta discuss the news, right? 10 lowest rated 4-year colleges in America, 2026. Number 1. You know what I'm saying? Not every degree delivers the same outcome. These are the 10 lowest rated 4-year colleges in America, 2026, based on a national ranking composite, graduation rates, and institutional performance metrics. Data over emotions, y'all. Data over emotions. We got to be able to critically think. We got to be able to look at analytics. This is not emotional. Texas A&M University, Commerce is number 1. Number 2, Coppin State University. Number 3, grumbling. Number 4, oh man, not corny. Not all corny. Number 4, Pine Bluff, Little Bill. And number 5, oh man, not Jack Yates Extended Learning. Jack Yates Extended Learning is at number 7. Oh, dang. Sutton at New Orleans. That's not Sutton at Baton Rouge. Not to get confused with Sutton at Baton Rouge, but Sutton at New Orleans. Suno. Man. Jack Yates Extended Learning. We got to do somebody. Somebody call Roland Martin. Somebody call Felicia Rashad. Jack Yates at number 7. Jack Yates. Valley at number 8. University of the District of Columbia. I ain't gonna lie, I never even heard of that one. Chicago State. Ooh, man, down the street from the crib. But Chicago State, they doing big things. They trying. They got a sports program. They are working on their thing. Yeah, we might need to call the National Guard. Like, and this is not to throw a dig. This is not to be shade, right? This is to say we got to do better. We got to do better as a collective group. It's too many HBCUs in that list. This is not an HBCU list. This is ranked on 10 lowest rated 4-year colleges in America. This is compiling all of them. Why are there so many HBCUs in this list? All right. We got to work on this, y'all. I'm not going to believe. Speak truth to light, right? And the only way we're going to really bring truth to light is be the light. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the light. All right, what else we got? We got another video. Oh, I already did that already. So what's up, y'all? What are we talking about here? We had the celebration. We had the fun. What are we talking about? Where we at? Hold on. Where we at? Sorry, y'all. I got so many screens. I'm going to work it out, though. I got so many screens going. Let's see. Where we at? There we go. 71-67. PV over Bethune-Cookman. This ain't football, y'all. This is basketball. PV with the upset. Now, we haven't made it to the finals. We just made it to the semifinals. But shout out to PV, y'all. The Panthers take the win over the number 1 seed, Bethune-Cookman. Listen, hey, shout it out, man. Shout it out. You know? Dang, that's what's up, man. I already said we're doing big things at PV. Knocking off Bethune-Cookman into number 1. We still got work to do, right? But this is what we're talking about. We've been talking about this team having the potential to do greatness all season. And we've seen sparks of it, right? You know, I just got this, and that's why I was a little late. because I had to add this in here. I had to go get clips and get images and try to throw it into the runner show. So shout out to PV. They return to action on Friday, March 13th at 2 p.m. That's what's up, y'all. Now, I already had in my notes about us beating Alcorn. Not all corny, right? We passed up Alcorn. Let me see if I got that in here. Let me see if I got that in the notes. Hold on. Let's throw this back in here. Add that back in there. That's what's up. Shout out to PV, y'all. We in here doing a thing, man. And I think that's important, man. We got to support the team. We got to support the fan base. What else we got? We got big things going at PV. I know y'all excited. Let me roll this real quick.
As the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
That's what. All right, sorry, y'all. I had to cut that off real quick. I didn't want to get the flag. You know, you play those copyright songs, you'll get flagged. But shout out to the women's softball team. We had some upsets, and we talked last week a lot about the upsets. But shout out to the video department. I know we always talk about the videos that's coming out of the football team and the coaching staff and things of that nature. But we got to support the other teams, right? Basketball team doing their thing, softball team doing their thing, track is doing their thing. It's a good time to be a PV fan right now in athletics. If you don't know, you need to get on board. You need to get on board. Speaking of beating them Jags, man, Isaiah be on it, man. It's almost like he knows what I'm going to talk about before I even talk about it. All right. He already knows what I'm going to talk about before I even talk about it. That's exactly right. Shout out to the softball team. Doubleheader against SU. And if you don't know, that's the run rule, just in case, you know, people don't really know much about, you know, softball. That's right. In a dominant fashion, sweeping a doubleheader from Southern. I think this was on Thursday. This is our home opener, by the way. You know what I'm saying? When it's a 9-run rule, they just stop the game. They just stop the game. It's 9-run rule. It's not happening. So, you know, a lot of fans don't know how much we dominate as an athletic program across several disciplines. A lot of people don't know that. So shout out to the fan base. Shout out to y'all supporting. Shout out to all of the athletics. You know, shout out to 80 Golf. All right. I know it takes a lot of hits. You know, it's tough sometimes being an athletic director. It's like, you know, you don't get no credit when the wins happen, but you get all the blame when bad things happen. That's right. Shout out to bowling as well. Golf also. Shout out. What's up, G-Boom in the building? Yo, Panther Nation in the building, man. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for supporting me. I want to thank y'all for coming through the podcast and interacting. You know, it was a lot of buzz in these streets this past week. It was a long week. I got text messages, phone calls, Leave Mr. Campbell alone. Why y'all messing with Mr. Campbell? The amount of messages that hey, look, I said when we started this thing, we're gonna speak truth to power. And it might, be some feelings hurt in the process. We're gonna be respectful, but we're gonna be aggressive. This is my favorite line.
We're never gonna shy away from being confrontational.
That's right.
About what great college football looks like.
That's it in a nutshell. We're not gonna shy away from being confrontational about what great college football looks like. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do at PV. And we're going to continuously do that. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, y'all. And I'm going to come back. Because we're going to get into the guts. So shout out to today's sponsor, Yo HBCU Raps.
Forevermore. No more generic gift bags for us. Because we can now represent. People at wedding parties will be like,
Cheryl, nothing like a bison in the building. When I saw the joint on the table, I knew it was for me.
Parents can now wrap their children's gifts in HBCU wrapping paper to start their awareness of the institutions at a younger age. They will grow to associate and later anticipate arriving on those campuses as students. That's powerful. As an officially licensed partner of HBCUs, a share of that money goes directly to the institution. Period. Exclamation mark.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Yo HBCU Raps. Go support a Panther business out there. It's doing really well. Wrapping paper, gift bags, all the good stuff. Shout out to my man, Dr. Proctor, out there doing his thing. And if you have a business, I love to support you and put your business out there as well. Just hit me up at Sed Brass on all platforms. It's in the bottom right. Instagram, you can hit me at Sed Brass. YouTube, you can hit me at Sed Brass. Gmail, you can hit me, Sed Brass at Gmail. Twitter, you can hit me at Sed Brass. You can hit me at Sed Brass on all platforms where we do our thing. You know what I'm saying? So support Black-owned businesses because that's what I'm here to do. I'm all things about productive PV, y'all. And you should too. Now, given that kind of quick commercial break, we're going to get into the guts of this week's show. As we are excited about men's basketball. We got to address these social media streets. These social media streets been tough this week. And y'all know it. For anybody that's kind of just casually been on social media, you've been seeing like people are really like pants on fire. Literally. I don't even know if we need to like call in like for some medical attention for a lot of people. One specific university alumni base. It's a lot of outrage out there. And I never knew that PV can cause so much outrage in these social media spaces. I never knew it. Like as soon as I'm like, all right, that we've capped, right? We're the SWAC champs. Okay, cool. We're on social media. We're doing our thing. People can accept what we are and who we are. It's fine. And as soon as I get comfortable, bam, here we go. Here somebody comes with a sad love song, right? Speaking of that, Tony Braxton, right? Somebody's coming with just another sad love song. Breaking my heart like crazy, right? Let me pull this up, right? Let's walk this slow, as they say. All right, let's walk this slow. This is how the week started off. We're going to remove that real quick, y'all. This is how the week started off. Uh-oh. This is how the week started off. Let me go to it. Let me go to it. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. This how the week started off. We excited. Fan base is excited. We on the jumbo screen. We got the ribbon around the stadium. Welcomes head coach Tremaine Jackson and the Prairie View A&M football staff. They got us on the Summer Jam screen, y'all. We on the Summer Jam screen. We hyped, right? We hyped. Then what happens? What happens, y'all? Then we get into second phase. We haven't even got to meltdown phase yet. Then we get to second phase. This is what happens in the second phase. We're going to walk it slow because we got a lot of fans that don't know what's going on out here, right? So then we get to second phase. Coaching staff, taking photos in the locker room or the meeting facilities, right? Got the invitation. We just chilling, minding our own business, taking photos in the locker room. We made it, y'all. Look at Ma. Look, Ma, we made it. Uh-oh. Now, here's where things get tricky. Oh, we ain't ready for that yet. We not ready for that yet. Here's where things get tricky. What do we got? What do we got next, right? Oh, that's why. Let me bring this down. Let me bring this down. Because this when things got real tricky. Let me remove that. And this is when all proverbial hell broke loose. Hold on. Oh no, I didn't upload it. Ah, nah. We gonna add that, y'all. Give me a second. Because this is the most important. This is the most important piece. Right here. Hold on. We walking it slow. And for those of y'all that know, I know y'all already know what's going on, but we walking it slow for the fan base and we catching them up on what's happening. There we go. Right there. Here we go. It don't take but 2 seconds. Sorry. I missed this in my uploads. It's coming. It's coming. Hold on, y'all. It's uploading. There it go. Boom.
We're having a wonderful integration of where it all started in the college football with me in the SWAC, where Prairie View brought the entire staff, almost the entire staff, to come and just kick it with us for a couple of days. Come in all our meetings, our practice, their AD, our ADs, their trainers, our trainers, their equipment person, our equipment person. We brought everybody, and we just having a good time. The Bible says how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell together in unity. That's my man right there. That's the head coach right there. In his first year, they win the SWAC championship. You can't tell me nothing. It's royalty.
That's when everything went crazy. That right there is when everything went crazy. I mean, the amount of hate messages, the amount of Twitter hands going crazy, the amount of Facebook posts, the amount of memes. I mean, the microaggressions, the aggressions, all over a simple meeting, right? We went from the Summer Jam screen to photos, and that video clip right there, that video clip took social media out. That took the DI Love fan base, it sent them in a frenzy. When you talk about delusional, It was activated. It was almost like Voltron. Form, arm, T-Jack on the board. Form, head, coaching staff in locker room. Form, arm, and chest. T-Jack speaking to football team. Form, legs. Voltron, form, go, Voltron. We got Dion speaking. It was crazy. It was crazy insane the amount of hate from Pothole State. It was crazy the way that people were like having out of body experiences. And like, don't take my word for it, because I showed the clips was clip clapping. The clips was clip clapping. Let me pull a few of them up, right? We had people saying all kind of wild stuff. Like stuff I was ashamed of. You know what? I didn't even bring those clips. I didn't bring those clips. But the queen of microaggression, oh my goodness. That was crazy. I'm like, what made y'all like what made y'all go insane like that? We're gonna add that in there, right? Let's get to it. I pulled it up by accident at first, but here we go, right? Y'all not trying to be us, but y'all literally visited our previous head coach to gain insight on how to take your team to the next level in a conference y'all started. Now, you know, it's funny. I was talking to a friend about this also on offline. And I said, you know, this is so funny. This is the impact, before we get to the egregious first part, this is the impact of the PV fan base, right? We've clouded the social media space so much with telling people we started the SWAC. They're now using that in their retorts. When have you heard any fan base say y'all started the SWAC? They're admitting to the learning lesson that we've been giving them inadvertently, even by their disses, right? This is where our impact is showing through, y'all. This is why we got to keep educating people. Now, they're going to put ignorance, they're going to cloud it with ignorance. But see, this is why I always see the gems, even in wild statements like this. Look at this brother talking about some, y'all not trying to be us, but y'all literally visiting our previous coach to gain insight on how to take your team to the next level in the conference y'all started. Absolutely. This is what we talk about, relationships. Like, we're the SWAC champs and we're still trying to grow and we're still trying to improve ourselves and we're still trying to build relationships. If you don't know how to build a relationship, that's on you. If you can't put your ego to the side in order to build with somebody that might know something better than you, see, this is a bigger problem for Black folks today. You know, and this is why a lot of SWAC schools are stuck in a rut, because it's the same old business. It's the same old schedule. It's the same old D2 schools. It's the same old funding. You know, cats is just happy doing status quo and being mediocre. As long as I could just fill the stadium in this 1940 stadium, and as long as we can, you know, meet up on Saturdays and do barbecue and have fish dinner plate fundraisers, we happy with that. Like, this fan base is a wild fan base, y'all. What was this one I had, right? The blueprint. I don't know if y'all can hear it, right? The blueprint on how to win a SWAC championship and lose the Celebration Bowl, right? We don't need to play it, right? It's a sister not singing. She's supposed to be singing, but the sister freezes up and doesn't say anything. There you go. The blueprint on how to win a SWAC and lose. So I guess we choked, like she choked, right? But imagine that being a dig. How is a team that lost to us for the opportunity for us to go to the Celebration Bowl, how are they saying anything about choking and losing the celebration? How, Sway? This is where we talk about delusional, right? Not delusional in you being a fan, because that's what fans do. We're going to support our team. But this is the type of delusion that you actually think you can stand on some type of precipice and speak to us as the SWAC champs about something that we didn't do when we passed y'all. Y'all in the rearview mirror. Y'all packing up y'all lockers. Y'all canceling hotel reservations. We booking flights and we're going to Atlanta. Atlanta. Y'all remember that song, right? We did that, right? So how is anybody from J-State even talking to us about the Celebration Bowl? I don't get it. Can somebody make it make sense? Because I can't. Oh, this one was classic too. We went to the Celebration Bowl 3 times. But the times we did lose, it was with the head coach you went to go see on how to win. He lost it twice. Yes, follow his blueprint. Look, when T-Jack said in his coaches meeting with the players earlier that day about getting the blueprint, that messed them up, yo. That messed them up. They think they own the blueprint. He left and they own the blueprint that he brought, the sauce that he brought. It's the audacity of this fan base. It's crazy, insane to me. Look, them bringing the Celebration Bowl is all they got in the gas tank, yo. They had nothing to do with the Celebration Bowl, but they think that's actually a viable response to us. It's not like they beat us in the Celebration Bowl. It's not like they went to the Celebration Bowl. They out here posting 2024 clips. Like that was the Celebration Bowl last year or something. And if you were like a novice viewer, you would have think that JSU was in the Celebration Bowl last year. You would think that they were in the Celebration Bowl last year. You would think they were the SWAC champs last year. I keep telling you, we your daddy in all things, and everything runs through PV. I don't understand the illusion. I ain't even pulling up some of the comments. The comments is just crazy insane, right? Shout out to Bobby, right? Y'all 1-3, right? Because guess what? They did lose twice with Dion, and then finally they won on the third one. And see that even in that 1-3 quote, right? When you think about it, y'all didn't win y'all first time, nor did y'all win y'all second time. It took 3 times for y'all to finally win a Celebration Bowl. How Sway can y'all even talk to us about losing the Celebration Bowl on our first time when y'all lost on y'all first appearance and lost on y'all second appearance and finally won on y'all third appearance, and that's a flex? Like what are we talking about here? And so when you get back to, look at some of these comments, right? They talking about, laughing emojis, right? Yes, girl, yes. When you talk about the queen of microaggression, this is the queen of microaggression right here, yo. Nothing really to say, but everything is about memes, right? Let's go back up in here. What else we got? Oh, we gonna say that one for later. So, my bad, y'all. Y'all call in. Y'all hit me up, right? I'm sorry. Y'all join the link. My bad, y'all. Let me find the link. Let's see. There we go. My bad. I'm slow with the gun today. I'll put the link in the chat. Y'all call in. Let me know what y'all think. Let me remove this. I don't get it. Let me do that. Man, I'm still learning. Y'all bear with me. I don't get this fan base. I don't understand it. And when you talk about, and this is just a few, I didn't even pull up all of the clips that I've seen all weekend. This was just a culmination of hate. And I'm going to get deeper into it, right? I'm going to get deeper into it. hold on. We gonna go to our next segment because all of these segments are interwoven. They're all interwoven. Each one of these segments are interwoven. Hold on. I got it for y'all. Where you at? Eloise on my mind. Man, that's stuck in my head now. Y'all go check out Magical Soul Brothers, Black and Mild. Y'all go check them out. Ugh. Brass Monkey of the day.
A lot of people.
This is our Brass Monkey of the day, y'all.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Brass monkey, chunky, that funky monkey.
Brass. Get him off my screen. Brass Monkey of the day, y'all. Coach O. Orenthal Jones. Orange Juice Jones. You are the Brass Monkey of the day. Otis Ridley, better known as your government, Otis Ridley. You're the Brass Monkey of the day. Let's pull up his egregious. Now let's get some background on Coach O, our new Brass Monkey of the day. All right. Mr. Otis Ridley is the acting assistant coach of the JSU Tigers. That's right. This isn't just some random fan. This is an actual second in command coaching staff. He got into the antics. Let's pull it up. Now, this is partly of what inflamed the fan base and started the delusions of a lot of the JSU fan base. They can't help you do something they ain't never done. I threw some ebonics up in there. They can't help you do something they've never done. Again, it's this Celebration Bowl dig. What do you mean you can't help us do something we ain't never done? That's how simple-minded people are on social media. They limit us going to Colorado to us trying to win the Celebration Bowl. Now, you haven't heard that in any of the talking points from Coach. You haven't heard that from anything that Dion has disseminated in these meetings. Where did y'all get? We went to go meet with Dion to somehow get over the hump and win the Celebration Bowl. We weren't even talking X's and O's. We're talking about how to fundraise, how to manage the team, how to do marketing, how to build relationships, right? How to develop culture. What are we talking about? Y'all so simple-minded. Y'all think we went to Colorado to win the Celebration Bowl? We already got that. This is chess. Y'all so simple-minded. Y'all still stuck in wins and losses. We're stuck on excellence. Because when you're striving for excellence, the win's going to come. And we're talking about excellence in all things, on and off the field, in management, in field execution, in player development, and being a proper student. We're talking about full across the board. Our athletic director was even there. We're talking about learning how to actually run an athletic department. Some of y'all got ADs that's just homeboys that got the job because they knew somebody and it was just part of an alumni association or something. A lot of y'all don't even have real ADs at y'all universities with real experience. Nepotism and favoritism. You got people in these AD positions. What is going on? Coach O, like I could see the fan base. I could see the fan base being delusional, but not a coach. Not somebody who's responsible for molding young minds, not somebody who's supposed to be above it all, right? So we got coaches out here talking crazy, which made our coach respond. Like, get it right, right? He's talking about, let's go back. I got to add it back in there, right? What's it? Go back and add it. Right. And then he goes, #finish. He's so basic, it's finish the fight. If you're going to quote us, give us the right hashtag. And that's what I be talking about. It's like half information. But this is what happens when you're emotional and your emotions are driving you. That's what happens when you do stuff like that. Right. And I liken this whole scenario, it's almost like a jilted lover, right? And as men, we've kind of gone through this, and maybe women too, right? You had that girl and y'all was Bonnie and Clyde and people knew y'all and y'all were doing y'all thing and you thought it was going to be forever. Y'all break up. She goes off and gets married. She's doing her thing and you jelly. You feel some type of way. You left me. Why did you leave me? I thought we was forever. See, I was around. I remember the outrage, right? But y'all wasn't even smart enough to keep that relationship going, right? We can be friends after it's over, right? You went in full outrage, right? How dare you leave me? Right? And then here comes a dude on the block that you already beefing with. And he shows up on the block with your ex-babe that you was in love with and still in love with. It's all chaos. Hey, man, I'm not trying to holler at your ex-babe. That don't have nothing to do with me. Plus, me and you not even boys. I don't owe you any loyalty. We beefing. Your ex-babe got resources. She got know-how. She doing her thing with her new boo thing. She want to meet me for lunch and have coffee and talk about how she done leveled up since you. I'm down. This is all about being a jilted lover. Yo, man up, maintain. Y'all not even smart enough to even say, yo, it's cool. Y'all did y'all thing. Right? Y'all so down bad. Y'all gotta hate. Y'all gotta hate on PV because we got motion. And your insecurities is all showing all over your face, right? It's showing all over y'all insecurities, right? But shout out to PV staff. We move with excellence. We move with grace. And we do our thing. And I think, I often use this phrase, right? Please don't allow my confidence to trigger your insecurities. That's what's happening in the league right now. That's what's happening in SWAC. And that's definitely what's happening with a lot of JSU folks. Your insecurities are showing. I said in the previous post, I said in the previous video, that don't got nothing to do with us. That's a you problem. That's not a PV problem because you're insecure about your ex-babe. You know what I'm saying? I say that all the time, man, because, this team and PV embodies a lot of like individual like prowess as well for me as well. When you're like excellent, you're cool, you know people, you get a lot of hate by just walking into the room. You haven't even said anything. You haven't even infringed on. Just my mere presence triggers certain people. I know that. So I relate to T-Jack. I relate to the football team. I relate to PV fandom as a whole, even on my own anecdotal individual basis, because I understand that. When you speak confidence, especially as a black man, intelligent and educated, unadulterated, confidently, that makes a lot of people nervous. And I'm not even saying other people. That makes our people nervous. We're like in an anti-intellectual age right now. I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I'm going to just leave that where it is. But for a lot of black folks, we're into anti-intellectualism. I ain't got to go to college. College don't do nothing but train you how to work for somebody. We don't need an education. What we need is trade school. And that brings me to this point, right? A lot of these fandom in JSU, I don't even know if a lot of these people are even JSU graduates, right? They're like, a lot of these people just locals that are fans. They're just out here talking. Not even representing higher learning and excellence when it comes to education and how you should be presenting yourself. And so, you know, I don't take credit for it, but even in a lot of my offline conversations, that's really the problem with PV, right? It's not only that we're just winning, it's the way in which we articulate ourselves. It's the way about how we go about being a fan. It's a way about how we move. Not even just as individuals, but as a collective body of individuals. I noticed that. I noticed that when we were in JSU at the SWAC championship. At our tailgate, our prominence, our presence, everyone in their own way. We stepped into the stadium, one band, one sound. And I'm not talking about the storm either. And that energy resonated on the field. It's clips out there, and I'm gonna pull some of them clips. It's clips out there with us screaming and yanting, PV, you know, and all the chants and all of the sorts, right? I got another clip. Let me go to the next clip, man, because I'm getting riled up just talking about this. This is like basic stuff that I don't understand why our fan base or why other fan bases can't figure it out. This is not like some rocket science. Now, here's how a GM is supposed to respond, right? Because Mr. O over there, Coach O as they call him, he's the general manager also. Tight ends coach, general manager, water boy, purse holder, sunglass shades wearing. I know a purse holder when I see him. Y'all know what a purse holder is. Hey, honey, hold the purse, right? Hold my bag, right? He one of them types. For those that can, shout out to Dr. Williams, right? Our general manager of PV football. For those that continue to question our why, PV visiting Colorado Bluffs. Outside of the X's and O's, there's also a business component to this game. Who better to seek advisement than the Panthers? Go Buffs, right? Go Panthers and go Buffs. Now, this is an interesting statistic, right? Colorado is in the top 20 of the most valuable college football programs, according to the Wall Street Journal. Number one, Texas, $298 million in adjusted revenue. What are we talking about? I won't go through each one. Texas A&M. That's interesting, right? The two Texas schools are the two top revenue. PV, we got to get on it. AD Golf, we got to get on it. College Station is right down the street from us. I'm not saying we should be making $218 million like Texas A&M, but Jesus, there's some revenue in Texas. They got to drive right by us to get to Texas A&M, but that's another story for another day. Colorado, right there at 20, $141 million in adjusted revenue with a valuation of $870 million. What are we talking about? Y'all sound goofy. Why would y'all not want to meet with somebody in the top 20 in valuation and adjusted revenue? That's how a general manager responds. Not with goofy talking points. y'all didn't win the Celebration Bowl. Y'all got with somebody that didn't get it done. It's juvenile, right? And this is your coach. This is your leader. Well, assistant leader and assistant coach. But this is the man sitting next to the man, right? Shout out to Robin Harris. What are we talking about? So I'm gonna get off you, Coach O. Shout out to PV. Shout out to the fan base. Y'all got the link? I sent the link out. If y'all want to join in, join in. We going in lightning round today, y'all. I was excited because of men's basketball, but talking about this is frustrating. This is like basic level stuff that black folks, I would think, would understand, especially people at institutions of higher learning. I know we passed the segment, but I'm worked up, man. Black men, we out here looking bad, man. And if you get me started, I be listening to myself. I sound like a feminist. When I take an evaluation of how we are performing as black men, it's sad. We're emotional. We're triggered. We don't have prominence anymore. We don't have austerity. Black men, we used to walk in a room and command a space. Now we want to have happy Twitter fingers and we going to outsass you. The men are outsassing the women. What's going on? It's crazy, nasty work, man. Nasty work. Speaking of like disappointing coaches, right? This is going to take me to the next. I shouldn't have put these segments back to back because I'm getting emotionally worked up just talking about this type of stuff. Let me pull this next clip up. Disappointing coach. Do I got another clip? Let me see if I got another clip of him. I don't. Y'all let me know if y'all don't hear the video. Let me add it in there. Let me add this. Yeah, I said it. Before I play the clip, let me give a little brief. As y'all know, President Donald Trump scheduled to bring together sports people to recognize them, key figures and names, including FAMU's coach Charlie Ward, to Washington to do a roundtable discussion on how to save college sports. It's only 3 black people at the table. Charlie Ward, Condoleezza Rice, and I can't remember the third person. We talking about sports that are heavily dominated by African Americans. And the SWAC, we're fortunate to have a SWAC representative in Charlie Ward. Now, I'm not gonna get deep into if he should have won or shouldn't have won. I think that's super surface level. That's not really my issue. My issue is his mindset, and my issue is what he actually said. I'm not part of the people that's outraged at the mere fact of him sitting at the table. It's what you do at the table and what you say at the table. This is Charlie Ward. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
There's the NIL, then there's the rev share, and we ought to work to see how we can cap the rev share. And once you cap the rev share, I always said if you cap the rev share, it's just like the NBA or the NFL. You have a luxury tax if you go over that amount, and then put it in a fund. And then being at FAMU, smaller university, Division I say let that money trickle down to us to help support what we're doing.
That's the problem right there. That's the problem. Could y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that? Let me know in the chat if y'all heard that. He wants to trickle down. If you didn't hear it, I'm going to summate it, right? We want to sit it. Oh, man, and that goofy smile on his face, I can't do it. Charlie Ward is saying, hey, we want trickle down economics. They're sitting there at the table discussing how do we break down NIL, the money, opportunities, and make sure we don't kind of corrupt this league. We got Charlie Ward at the table saying, hey, man, whatever comes from the crumbs of your table, whatever comes from the crumbs of master table, I'm cool with. And it was the like sly laugh and like, hey, man, I'm not even trying to have equity at the table. I'm cool with whatever trickle down. And y'all got it right. I was going to say that. We already know what trickle down economics look like. That's we get jerked. We already know what that look like. I'm glad y'all could hear it. This was close to being the brass monkey of the day, to be honest with you. We should have had our athletic directors there. At best, we should have had Charles McClellan there. If we were serious, if it was a serious conversation. But I already know what this is, right? You already got a MAGA president over there, a MAGA appointed president over there at FAMU. So this makes sense. This ain't nothing. This is nothing to see here. Shame on you, Charlie Ward. We got business to do, and we got somebody at the table talking about, hey, man, I'm just here to see whatever y'all gonna trickle down to us. Nasty work, Charlie Ward. I'm mad at FAMU fans, right? Where you at, Mr. Campbell? You're so busy on podcasts trying to discuss what PV is at the bottom of the barrel and how we're right above Valley. This is what y'all should be talking about and huddling around, having conversations about. Not discussions about why y'all talking about PV. Y'all got bigger fish to fry. Presidents, ADs, your basketball coaches out here cozying up, talking about we just here to get a trickle down. But our priorities is so messed up, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, Charlie Ward. But on a brighter note, right? Hold on. I've been playing with my sound. Hello? Ah, man. Sometimes I be making my own self laugh at some of the stuff when I be prepping for what I'm gonna talk about on these. So since we're on the theme of coaches, disappointing coaches, we might as well bring up one of the front runners for disappointing coaches right now. And I call it hello. That's what I like to say. Hello. Is Marshall Faulk anywhere? Where can we find him? Hello, Marshall Faulk, where are you? Where are you, Marshall Faulk? We got a sighting, y'all. We finally got a sighting for Marshall Faulk. We got a sighting. I had to clip it up because we finally got a sighting. Hold on. Let me play it in there for y'all.
And I'm gonna say this: if we can just follow suit right behind the band and be I'm just literally and be a beacon of light and the standard in what they do. That's what we want to do. They've been the standard around here for so long. They're talked about around the world. They're known around the world, and we have a great reference of them. And I talk to the kids about it all the time. You know, like most kids in the band, they want to play football. They get to show us exactly how to go out and be excellent every time. I love hearing them play out there. I watch them in their formations. I watch everybody do their jobs. We need to follow suit. And that's what we look at. We look at that high benchmark, and we're shooting for it. We want to be considered the best in football. And I'm gonna say this: if we can just follow suit right behind the band and be a
Nasty work. This is y'all football coach. We want to follow suit behind the band. I told y'all, Southern is basically a band school now. Y'all are a band school. I can't even take y'all serious when it comes to like football. How soon you have like fallen off the throne? Y'all want to argue about us with blue blood and who's at the top of the SWAC, and y'all coach out here talking about we just want to follow behind the band. You know, it's actually band members that want to be on the team. Huh? Now I'm questioning your recruits. What's going on here? When did football programs, coaches of football programs say that they are following behind the band? We just want to follow the excellence of the band. We want to strive to be just as good, if not better than the band. That's nasty work. If this is I brought up the yoga last week, right? They're in there doing yoga. You know what I'm saying? They're in there drinking smoothies and green juice. You know, they're on some, we're over here on like hyper masculinity. They're over here on some like, I'm channeling my inner chi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going over there on Southern. I'm worried. I got some serious concerns when it comes to what's happening over there Southern Jaguars. I'm really concerned out there. You got your coach out here saying we want to just follow behind the band. But then look at your number one SU, podcasters out there, right? What do they have to say? Maybe this is just the outlier. What is the SU fan base saying? Maybe they're gonna make it make sense.
He got us with a nice car. I ain't scared if he don't post me on the internet. What that sound like to you? You don't need to post me on the internet. You ain't got to show me off. You just take care of home. And right now, home is being taken care of. You ain't got to show me to the world. Just make sure home is taken care of. And right now, he is taking care of home. And I'm not mad.
They out here happy to be side pieces. I would be outraged. They think it's cute and funny. They're referring to themselves as a side piece. Y'all got a coach that's not even wearing SU gear. Y'all got a coach that's out here throwing Super Bowl parties and on national television, not even repping the university. Y'all got a coach who's on his own personal page has no reference to being a head coach of Southern. And y'all are happy to be the side piece. Man, y'all not even making it fun. The way that y'all are just laying down, I'm kind of disappointed in the fan base. Like, he don't know no better, right? And this is what happened when y'all go for like celebrity coaches. What was the whole point of getting a celebrity coach if he isn't going to use his celebrity to uplift the program? I don't understand that. I don't understand that mindset, right? That should have been worked out in his contract. What was the AD talking about when you interviewed him? Were you asking him questions about marketing? Were you asking him questions about visibility? Were you asking him questions about relationships? What's your strategy? What's your plan? How do you look to achieve that plan? Like, this like basic level stuff. This is what I said. Like, we don't have real ADs in some of these SWAC programs. Some of these ADs act like, teenagers that's playing, Madden or something. They see Marshall Faulk, the great Hall of Fame running back, and that's all we need. That's going to translate into wins. And then you're talking about a person that never been a head coach before. We're talking about, we had a coach that won on a D2 level, national championships at the D2 level. We're talking about coaching pedigree. Y'all are talking about a man that's never head coached a football program. And he's out here talking about, we got to follow the man. Man, you know, Lionel said this, right? Crumbling dynasties. Oh my goodness. Southern is looking like Blockbuster Video to me. Man, I remember some good times. We go to Blockbuster Video. It used to be 3 for $5. I remember when they first opened up. It used to be 3 for $5. You go get 3 videos, $5, and a free bag of popcorn. That's Southern. Netflix is PV. Haven't adjusted to the times, haven't adjusted to the digital market. They happy to have colored lights in the stadium and fireworks. It's sad, man. I want to see parity amongst the SWAC. You know, I want to win. Don't get me wrong. I love winning. But man, when teams are so far behind and universities are so far behind, it's like y'all are pulling us down. This is why we're shooting for FCS championships. This is why the bar of SWAC championship is just not sustainable as a bar. We're looking for bigger and better things. Look, let's get to some happy news. Let's get to some happy news. Because, man, doing all of those segments back to back, it just brings me down. Let's talk about something positive. Do I have anything positive? Sure I do. Shout out to Grambling, man. Shout out to Grambling. Now, they were on the bottom of the 10 list, but shout out to them getting their paperwork in order. After decades of legal battles, Grambling State have secured the federal trademark for the iconic G logo. Shout out to Grambling. And we know a lot of people use that iconic G. The Green Bay Packers, the Georgia Bulldogs. But shout out to Grambling securing the rights. Not having to pay or share royalties to use the iconic G. This is the kind of stuff we're talking about. Hopefully y'all get y'all bag. Hopefully y'all merch and licensing now opens up. And hopefully other institutions got to pay you. Not we pay them. We not at the table talking about trickle down. You know what? Just thank y'all for letting me use the G. Long as y'all can trickle down me some money. No, we own this. We created this. We started this. What are we talking about? I love to hear FAMU like give me some explanations on this whole like trickle down. I'm be honest with you. But shout out to Grambling. I got one more segment, y'all. I got one more. Where you at? We still on positive news. Positive news. Let me pull that up. Oops. Where we at? Y'all quiet today. I put the post in the link, y'all. Y'all hit me up before I get up out of here. I told you I ain't gonna be here for a long time. Put the link in the chat. I got one more for y'all. Where we at? This is a good one. Good positive news. Good positive news. Do I need to start this from the beginning? Yeah, I do. There we go.
From now on, I would like to be addressed as Professor O'Neill. When I graduate in 2 years, I will leave you and become a college professor of mentorship and business administration.
Alabama State?
Alabama State. Shout out to Gamer City. I don't think y'all do the talk thing.
No, he's a cute.
No.
You wouldn't know nothing about that.
No, I don't want
I'm
to.
not going to
I
say
don't want to be in no fraternity.
I'm not going to.
Damn loser dudes get together all the time.
Oh my gosh, no, they do much more. They do great work in the community. They don't do anything. Just knock it off. They do.
No, they don't.
I'm not a member, but I
If you're that good, you join.
No, I didn't have time.
Yeah, you're busy. The only loser join fraternities.
You listen up.
I don't care who else is the
Greatest player ever played the game. Yeah, you know the name.
I froze up, but he's talking about Michael Jordan. Cause you know, Chuck got a soft spot for Michael Jordan. But aside from all of that business, right? Aside from that business, shout out to the first part of what Shaq was talking about. He's going to become a professor at Alabama State in mentorship and business administration. And, for a lot of the like tomfoolery that we see from Shaq, he has been very smart about how he goes about his business. Investing, philanthropic work. You can't even question that. So shout out to him and Alabama State working on a program with him to work with mentoring young minds and shaping young minds at a HBCU, not at LSU and not some other institution. So I think that's a huge win for Alabama State. And shout out to Shaq. He continues to impress, at least on the business front level. I can't really speak for any other things, but on the business front level, shout out to Shaq. Shout out to the men's basketball team. One more time. We're gonna give it up for them. Shout out to the men's basketball.
Nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar, nothing. I ate noodles, no cake. Cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly, no jelly, nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar. Oatmeal.
I just want to throw that in there. That made me get hyped up. I don't know why that little clip entertains me. Hopefully we don't get flagged for the James Brown in the background. But I've been often perplexed about the state of the SWAC. I've been perplexed about the state of HBCUs. You know what? Let me cue it up. Let me cue it up. Because, I was gonna skip this. I was gonna skip this part. But I think it's important. I didn't think I was gonna be so, touched by what's going on. But I think it needs to be said. Right? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. I want y'all to get real close. Dear PV, what do we do with the curmudgeon JSU fan base? What do we do with our haters? They constantly bring us up. They're constantly in interactions through all social media bases, trying to rile us up. What do we do with them? They're incorrigible. We love the SWAC. We love our fellow HBCU base. But sometimes I don't even know if we're on the same intellectual level when it comes to fandom. I think that we are inhibited by things like logic, common sense, critical thinking. We're not driven by emotion. We're driven by facts. And for this, I find myself deeply perplexed with the mindset of the JSU fan. Someone help me. How do we move forward as a collective group? How do we live past this? This is going to be a long off season. We're not even at spring football yet. We're not even at spring football yet. And these SWAC internet streets are already heating up. These SWAC internet streets, it's like football season has already started. We're in March. We're nowhere near August. And I'm going to keep giving it up. Shout out to Lionel for giving me an opportunity to speak. This couldn't have been a more perfect time for us to have a microphone and an opportunity to speak about being a PV fan, to being truth to light. I often wonder, is the good work that we're doing being productive and impactful? I would think so. The best is yet to come. Don't worry, PV fandom. You have a home. Don't worry, PV fandom. Do not let people try to verbally cyberbully you, because that's what we're talking about in some terms. I want to offer you peace. I want to offer you tranquility. But I also want to offer you sanity. A sane place to where we can articulate ourselves clearly as a PV basis. So with that, I will close the show as I always close the show. Stay strong, stay true, but most of all, stay productive, because PV produces productive people.
Do you remember when we first met? Well, I don't, but I remember how wet you get. But I won't disrespect you by dwelling on the physical aspect. Don't roll your eyes, cause we better than that shit. I'm talking about long life, being your boy's wife. A couple youngins running in the backyard. And my lord, you're still looking great, honey. And my God, you still can shake what make money. It's so vivid, can you picture it? Yeah, well tell me, do you think this ring fits? Word, your love is like the ultimate herb. You got me foot to the ass and the rest of the curb. It's like nothing to do, only for you I kneel and forget the brick. Love is the house we're building, the picket fence with the swing on the tree, with the words carved in it saying love is we.
There you are, close enough to touch but still too far, because you're not mine yet. Stimulated by the conversation, mere presence. Other women ask what relation, none of the essence. Oh, who's that? She's a C, but you come first, like the A before the B. When you're gone, I wilt like a willow, lie there and smell the scent you left on my pillow. A strong mind with the body to match. I won't bite if you promise not to scratch. You keep it real, just like the truth. Closer than twins, standing in the phone booth. Inspirational, treasured like a gift. What's success without someone to share it with? I used to be a dog, now a cool cat chasing cheese. And I blame Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise on my mind. Eloise. Eloise on my mind. Eloise.
People everywhere wants to know her name. Her body is the essence and her claim to fame. She's got game, it ain't the same. She's got plenty, packing more good times that you might call a penny. Get you caught up with the thoughts of flying overseas, making all of the cheese, spending time with Eloise. I picture hitting from the back like the snare from the track. I got the knack to be the Mac lips I wanna smack. Candle wax down the spine all of the time. Prophylactic on my tool, let me take you to school. Lesson 1, you don't have to run. And lesson 2, listen to my crew. Passion increases with exchange of saliva. Keep it Fahrenheit and call me Muff Diver. That be me, the K to the ING. My mode is excellent and my dream is Eloise.
A soft whisper. She asked me, do I have the guts to kiss her? But as I sit and wonder, is she real? I picture. So what comes after? Put on Anita's rapture. Her feelings I must capture. Her soft lips. I take them quick and put them in my pocket. Cause they're out of this world like Space Lee and his sprockets. Somebody pitch me quick, I think I'm dreaming. Damn, she got me fiending. Her skin is so soft. It reminds me of the smoothest piece of silk. She's so sweet, her breath smells like carnation milk.
So sweet. Carnation milk. I'm the diva that you speak about. I hear you smitten about my well-written repertoire. You's a superstar, but it's you that I shine for. We go together like jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers. Player haters try to come between us, but never that. E is simply all of that. Rewind that. E is simply all of that. Hoes be jealous, so they fellas wanna frolic. Gems I spit can't be bought, sold, or boarded. You look retarded, trying to go against the gift. Love is shared, the love is multiplied. Put your freaks aside, forget about your weak pride. Run away with me and let's do it on the wild side. Like that.
Eloise on my mind, Eloise on my mind, Eloise, you're on my mind. Eloise on my mind, Eloise on my mind, Eloise, Eloise. Eloisa, I wanna know, am I the broke